Imam Bukhari has narrated from Imam Abdur Razzaq, and Imam Abdur Razzaq has narrated and got from Imam Abu Hanifa. So I was telling that Imam Abdur Razzaq has quoted this hadith, and Imam Bukhari, and Imam Ibn Hajar Asqalani has narrated, quoted this and discussed. Hafiz Ibn Kathir has taken this hadith. Imam Bayhaqi has narrated and quoted this hadith. Ibn Hisham has quoted this hadith. Imam Sohailee has quoted this hadith. Imam Baghawi, Sahib Sharr-us-Sunnah, he has quoted this hadith. And many other muhaddiseen, they have quoted this hadith. First of all, let me give the takhrij of this hadith. Normally people only know through Imam Bukhari. Imam Abdur Razzaq, he has quoted this hadith in his Musannaf, volume 7, page 478. Musannaf, volume 7, page 478. And I have already given the reference of Imam Bukhari. Now I am mentioning him secondly because Imam Bukhari is his student. And he has narrated in Bukhari, Kitabun Nikah, Bab Ummahatukum Allati Arda'anakum. Imam Bukhari has quoted in this kitab and Bab. And Imam Ibn Hajar Asqalani has discussed in detail in Fathul Bari. And Imam Qurtubi, and then many other Imams, let me mention, many other Aimma of Hadith. Imam Qurtubi and Imam Ibn Jawzi, other than those Aimma, Imam Bayhaqi, which I have already mentioned. Imam Bayhaqi and Imam Zailai and Mullah Ali Qari and Shaykh Abdul Haq Muhaddis Dehlavi and Imam Ibn Jawzi and many other muhaddiseen. We will come inshallah on this subject later. So they have mentioned this hadith. Now there is a discussion on this subject. There is a discussion on this subject. Number one, that this is an admitted fact and a unanimous aqidah that no pious acts of piety give any kind of benefit to a kafir if he dies on kufr and he is not a mu'min. And any kind of pious act which he performed in his life, he won't be able to benefit from that, and he won't be rewarded from that after his death. This is, their acts become haba'an mansura. They got lost. So one question is that why that any act, if he had freed Suwaiba for Holy Prophet ﷺ in his happiness and rejoicing his birth, even then he was a kafir. And according to this law of Sharia, nobody can be benefited from his any act of piety committed in his life after his death if he died on kufr. So how is it possible? So they say, but this is against Quranic principle. The answer is, there are Quranic verses, La yukhaffaf anhumul azab, and this is a Quranic principle. We don't disagree with it. This is agreeable, unanimous. The answer is, muhaddiseen have given the answer. But the principle is correct for everyone. But this is the khasais of Sayyidina Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This matter is exceptional matter just for Holy Prophet Muhammad and not for anybody else. The principle remains intact for everyone except for Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the answer for them. This is what all Aimma and Muhaddiseen has discussed this thing. And this is the answer which has been given by Ibn Kathir, as-Seerat-un-Nabawiyyah of Imam Ibn Kathir, volume 1, page 224. 224. Ibn Kathir has taken this view. But this is because of tafaddul of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and ikraman li Holy Prophet. Because it's tafaddul and ikram. And the same point of view has been taken by Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti. Same view has been taken by Imam Baghawi. Imam Baghawi, Sahib Sharr-us-Sunnah, the book on which Imam Khatib Tabrizi based his book Mishkatul Masabi. That Imam Baghawi, Sahib Sharr-us-Sunnah, he has mentioned the same view, volume 9, page 76. Volume 9, page 76. وَقَالَ هَذَا خَاصٌ بِهِ إِكْرَامًا لَهُ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. And then they quote another, كَمَا خُفِّفَ نَبِي طَالِبٍ بِسَبَبِهِ. There's the same way as Hazrat Abu Talib got the benefit because of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Those who have the certain view about Hazrat Abu Talib, even then Holy Prophet said, لَعَلَّ تَنْفَعُ شَفَاعَتِ. Holy Prophet said, definitely my uncle Abu Talib would be benefited from my shafa'at. This is Hadith Sahih in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. Muttafaq alayhi Hadith. لَعَلَّ تَنْفَعُ شَفَاعَتِ. Definitely he will be benefited from my shafa'at. They said this is the same principle as in case of Hazrat Abu Talib. The same is applied in case of Abu Lahab. And this is just khasa'is Muhammadiyya. And the same is narrated by Imam Sohailee. And the same view has been taken by Imam Abdur al-Shaibani, Sahib Jami'ul Usul. Sahib Jami'ul Usul, Imam Shaibani. He says the same thing in book Hadayaq-ul-Anwar, fi Seerah, Hadayaq-ul-Anwar, volume 1, page 134. He says, قُلْتُ فَتَخْفِيفُ الْعَذَابِ عَنْهُ إِنَّمَا هُوَ كَرَامَةُ النَّبِيِّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ كَمَا خُفِّفَ عَنْ أَبِي طَالِبٍ لَا عَلَيْهِ. So they say, this is not the reward of his act of itq. He liberated, he freed Suwaiba. This is to free the concubines and the slaves is an act of piety. To free them is an act of piety. Aimma of Hadith say that Abu Lahab was not rewarded because of this act, that he freed a concubine. Tahrir-ul-Raqabah. This was not the sawab or reward or ajr of Tahrir-ul-Raqabah. This was not the ajr of freeing her. No, not because of it. This was because of celebrating the rejoicing of birth of Prophet Muhammad. This was because of Mawlid-un-Nabi, not because of Itaq-us-Suwaiba. This is Imam Shaibani says. This is not because of Itaq. This is because of Milad. And same view has been taken by Imam Ibn Hisham in Sirat Ibn Hisham. And same Imam Sohailee in his Anf, al-Raud. Imam Sohailee. al-Raud-ul-Unf, Imam Sohailee. Same view by Imam Ibn Hisham in his Seerah. al-Raud-ul-Unf. This is volume 5, page 192. I had been on his mazar, Imam Sohailee, in Marrakesh. al-Raud-ul-Unf. This is one thing. Number 2, second question and second criticism. So the first answer is given. There is another criticism. They say, and they misquote Imam Ibn Hajar Asqalani, misquote, wrongly quote him. He has said something different. So the second objection is that this is a matter of dream. How can a mas'ala of Sharia, the basic law or legal ruling, Sharia ruling, how can a Sharia ruling be based on the matter of dream? And then the dream is of Abu Lahab. He came in the dream. Second objection. And moreover, they say, the time when Hazrat Abbas saw this dream, he himself was not a Muslim. He had not embraced Islam at that time. These are putting them all together. This is another question. This is a matter of dream and information given by Abu Lahab in the dream, a kafir, and Hazrat Abbas at that time himself had not embraced Islam. So how we can base a Sharia ruling on this kind of dream? This is another question. Now answer to this question.